accustomed to watching with you?
I think that as an actor, you're looking to tell a story and be part of a story, which is really interesting. And for me, Merry Christmas ticked all those boxes. It was a really, really unique journey, a unique story about two fascinating characters. And the minute I heard it, I was hooked. I'm not observing or I'm not calculating. That goes into calculating. Of course, there are high-octane, big action drama films, and that's wonderful. That's a certain type of cinema. But there are also more intimate, unique stories to be told, and that story has to be told at a scale that is suitable for that particular kahani. And I think for an actor to be able to do both is what we're supposed to be doing and what I personally enjoy doing. And like I said, for me, this was a Sriram Raghavan film that I thought had a fantastic story, and I was excited to be part of the journey. It was a very interesting journey, actually. There's many parts of the journey that even Sir has not shared yet. There were many twists and turns, even in the journey of making...
Shooting of it, yeah.
Even before we got on set, it had a lot of, had a life of its own. And when it finally kind of landed up as me and Vijay being in the film, the first day of kind of interaction for me was very fascinating. The minute I heard Vijay describe and talk about a scene, I instantly realized, okay, this is a person who sees things in such a unique way that I can never see a scene in that way. And for me, that was really exciting, to be able to come together and work with people who very evidently see things completely different to the way I would have a take on something. And for all three of us to come together, and Sir does a lot of rehearsals, and we would do the workshop on the actual set for about, I think it was a week before we started shoot. And I was always like, so Sir, when do we start? There was no commitment of when we start. We'll start when it's ready, when he's feeling it. And I think that process was very unique for me as an actor, and extremely, it was extremely magical, I think, to be able to have been a part of this process of Merry Christmas.
Yeah, this one's nice on the report card of your own also, that you've done. But you were very true about him looking at it in a very unique way. He mentioned about the elephant, but not once did he say the gray color. It was red or green. So I realized when you were talking about the elephant also, from the director's perspective also, it's green, yours is red. We would have all thought one option should have been the gray color. So when she was saying that you see things very differently, I do agree that you see things very differently. One last question, Sriram sir, before I open out. When you make a whodunit, or you make like this twists and turns, that's what we assume with a film like this, when you see the final cut, can you have the itch to change few things? We say, this is not come out exactly as I thought. Have you had that in the past with your films also? Because they always have these turns.
No, if we keep watching the film, we even show it to a few friends and colleagues who are like, who will be able to tell us the truth. So by the time it's ready, the final cut is only when we are happy. So that way there's no issue.
And were you, but like when we go back to Andhadhun also, we're shocked at the number of turns. Even this film will have so many turns. Are you able to shock the audience in this case that is watching it for the first time?
Well, about this film, I won't talk now, but let them watch and let them say. But what I'm saying is that when you watch a thriller or film like this, the audience is very engaged and they are making up their own story. They are trying to say, okay, ab ye hoga, ab ye hoga. Now, how much you can subvert that, how much you can sort of give them a surprise within, they're also writing their own script while the movie is on. So that is the fun, I think.
I think it worked well. We'll open out to the audience, and we've got a mic that is actually, right there, please.
Hi everyone, I'm from News 18. Katrina, can you tell us a little bit about, your meeting with Mr. Vijay Sethupathi on the first day? How was that like? And secondly, did you hit it off instantly, or did it take some time for the both of you to break the ice?
Well, if we didn't hit it off instantly, I wouldn't tell you. No, I'm joking. Our first meeting actually was all three of us together in a room. And I had recently seen a picture of Vijay sir, and he had full white hair and a white beard. I don't know if you've seen that. If you see on the internet, it's a very kind of picture which comes a lot. So I had seen him with this full white hair and beard. So when I walked into the office, I didn't know quite what to expect. And when I saw him like this, I was like, oh wow, that's a really different look. But I was honestly, it was everything for me about this film, I was extremely excited to be working with Sriram sir and with Vijay sir. And as soon as we came together in a room, I think everyone came just as themselves. And we instantly were able to connect. As I said, I think the minute Vijay sir started speaking about the scene, it was fascinating for me. I just thought that, okay, this is the person who views things in such a unique way. And Sriram sir has a very unique take on everything he does. It's the way he sees stories, it's the way he sees people. And it was just about us coming together and finding a rhythm and finding our own way of working and bringing the script to life on film.
Hi, Ramesh sir, this side. Hi, I have a question for you.
Which you have played before and, doing all the action as well.
I think I see things a little different, perhaps. I actually think that the character of Zoya is one of the strongest female characters I've ever had a chance to play. And I think, especially in Tiger 3, it was so beautifully nuanced and so well written by Manish Sharma. And I thoroughly enjoyed being able to play that character. But that world, that film, and that character has its own charm. A character like the character I'm playing in Merry Christmas, it's a different world. It's a different tone. It's a different language. It's a different pace. It's a different rhythm. So coming into that world, which was Sriram Raghavan's world, the first thing that I needed to do was to come in with an open mind. We had been discussing this film for a good, I think, almost a year and a half before we got on the set. And the first thing Sriram sir asked me to do was to write a backstory of who this woman was. The character's name is Maria, and he told me, you heard earlier, that he gave about a 20-minute narration, and he asked me then to write Maria's backstory. Where was she? What drove her to become the way she is? What did she feel? What had happened in her life? So that whole process was an extremely helpful process, I think. We worked very hard before coming on set. I did a lot of workshops with a few different people. Sriram sir had a workshop with us as well. So I enjoyed this kind of a process. It's not all the time that you get to rehearse the scenes with your co-actor and to be able to do that over a few days. So for me, this was a really fulfilling experience. A lot of work went into the preparation, and I think, I hope that it's come out the way that we had all hoped for and the way that Sriram sir envisioned it.
हेलो हेलो मैं दीपेश पांडे दैनिक जागरण से संजय सर मेरा सवाल आपसे रहेगा अगर पिछले कुछ
like big actors have a baggage on their shoulders. They have to cater to a very large section of the audience, and sometimes actors get trapped in the get trapped into it because they have to cater to a very large section of the audience who prefer routine content over something which is slightly different. So I just wanted to ask that do you try to the creative germ, you try to satisfy your creative germ, or you try to you try to cater to a larger section of the audience in particular?
I think, of course, I understand what you're saying. You will feel a little, you can feel a little nervous or a little fearful when you step out of the zone of a large commercial entertainer. But I think the solution for that is to be fearless and to overcome that fear, because that experience and that reward is really incredible for an actor. And I think that that's an important thing for my growth as an actor and my growth as a performer. So I would just say, feel the fear and feel the nerves. That's good. Let that drive you, and give every film your heart and soul, which is what I try to do.
But ma'am, do you feel that that can result in a smaller audience or something compared to the large audience that you usually cater to? Is that a fear?
I think that every film finds its own audience, and I think the story we've put out the story now. Our trailers are out, our songs are coming out now, and the people to whom it is connecting, that's our audience. I think Sriram Raghavan has a very loyal fan following, and I think that we've put our best into it. We've made a film I think we're all proud of, and it will now be for you to judge on January 12th, and we're all looking forward to seeing the audience's reaction.
Thank you very much, and we are having the party on the 16th, as we've already discussed. Now we'll do a little photo op. Ladies and gentlemen, I just take the